If you're hoping to make a woman miss you, whether it's an ex you'd like to reconnect with, someone who's grown distant, or even a current partner you'd like to deepen the connection with, there's a subtle art to it. The secret lies in creating a sense of longing and excitement for the next time she'll see you, a feeling that builds a stronger bond when you're finally together again. Today, we're going to delve into the nuances of female psychology and discover what truly ignites a powerful attraction in a woman, making her miss you even more. Many believe that winning a woman's heart is simply about making her feel good. But if that were all it took, why do so many nice guys who constantly try to lift women's spirits often find themselves overlooked? The answer is that these men miss a fundamental aspect of attraction. Making a woman feel genuinely connected isn't just about keeping her happy all the time. It's about leading her through a wide range of emotions. Women are drawn to an experience that encompasses a blend of feelings, not just perpetual positivity. Moments of tension, anticipation, and even mild discomfort are part of what keeps her engaged and interested. Think about it. There's a reason dramatic TV shows with emotional twists are so captivating. The highs and lows create a dynamic experience that's hard to resist. Relationships, too, need this kind of emotional variety. If she only experiences one predictable emotion with you, even if it's positive, it'll lose its thrill over time. Just like a meal you love but get tired of when you eat it every day, emotions need diversity to stay appealing. So how do you create this range of emotions to keep her captivated and even make her miss you? The first step is to steer clear of common pitfalls that many guys fall into. One big mistake men make is positioning themselves as a backup option, often without realizing it. Constantly checking in with messages like, "Hey, how's it going?" might seem like you're keeping yourself on her mind. But by doing this, you may unknowingly place yourself as her safety net, the guy who's always there. If she starts to see you as the one who's always available when no one else is, she'll never truly miss you or view you as a priority. Another misstep is pushing too hard, trying to force her to miss you by bringing up nostalgic memories or past moments together. Statements like, "Remember how great our trip to Hawaii was," can come across as emotionally manipulative, making her feel like she's being coerced into missing you. It's similar to watching a movie that's trying too hard to evoke emotions. It feels forced, and the natural reaction is to pull away. To avoid these traps, I'll share several effective yet somewhat unconventional strategies that can help you foster genuine emotional connection and deepen her feelings for you. Let's explore how to create that authentic desire in her. Number 1, anticipate and act. One of the key pieces of advice I share with men is to create moments that will make a woman miss you before she even gets the chance. This proactive approach is all about laying the groundwork right from the start, long before you find yourself in a place where you're hoping she'll miss you. I like to think of it as setting emotional time capsules. What does that mean? It's about building small but intentional memories during your time together that will later bring you to mind. A simple but powerful example is scent. Since smell is closely linked to memory, having a signature cologne can leave a lasting imprint. Choose a distinctive fragrance, perhaps a Chanel, Polo, or CK scent, that's memorable but not overly common. Whenever she catches that familiar scent, even if it's from someone else, it will subtly remind her of you. We've all had moments where a particular perfume or cologne transports us back to someone from our past. This is a straightforward way to create an emotional anchor in her mind. Another effective technique is building inside jokes or unique references that only the two of you share. By creating this little world of shared experiences, you tap into a deeper emotional connection. The more she opens up to you and shares things she hasn't with others, the more she'll associate those emotions with you. When those same feelings resurface, they'll bring you back to her mind. These emotional time capsules are most effective early on, but they're versatile enough to use in any stage of a relationship. Even if you're reconnecting with an ex, introducing something as subtle as a new cologne can start to reshape her memories of you. For more techniques like these, I'll create a video called The Triangle of Attraction, where I will explore how to build these emotional time capsules through everyday conversations. You can check it out if you're interested in deepening these connections further. Number 2, exit on a high note. Another essential principle to keep in mind is to always leave on a high note. This is particularly valuable if you're reconnecting with a woman who has distanced herself, whether it's an ex or someone you're trying to rekindle a connection with. When she responds positively, be it through a text, a call, or agreeing to meet up, it's easy to slip into the trap of overstaying your welcome. The goal is to make sure she associates you with positive emotions. While it might feel like the longer you stay, the stronger the positive impact will be, it usually has the opposite effect. Think of it as climbing a hill. The interaction starts off exciting and engaging, building energy as you go. But if you linger too long, you risk sliding down the other side, where excitement fades into monotony or even discomfort. Often, when guys feel emotionally invested, they can unintentionally let neediness slip in. The more time you spend together, the more likely it is that this neediness starts to show. You may find yourself asking questions like, "Can't we just try again?" or applying subtle pressure that ends up unraveling all the positive energy you'd built. This can prompt her to pull back, effectively undoing the good vibes. The key here? Pay attention to your timing. Make it a habit to leave while things are still going strong. Set a mental limit for the time you'll spend with her, and always be the one to end the interaction, even if she initiated the contact. For example, if she texts to check in on your day, keep the exchange light, positive, and then wrap it up yourself. By doing this, you leave her wanting more rather than feeling like she's had her fill. It's a simple yet powerful move that often goes unnoticed, but it can make a big difference in keeping her intrigued and engaged. Leaving on a high note ensures she's left with a sense of anticipation, wondering when she'll experience those good moments with you again. Number 3, associate mystery and jealousy. Another powerful way to make a woman miss you is to combine mystery with subtle hints of jealousy. A common mistake guys make here is trying too hard to trigger jealousy. If you're reconnecting with an ex and casually mention going on dates or meeting new people every weekend, she'll likely see through it right away. This can come across as emotionally manipulative, making it clear you're trying to get a reaction out of her. Worse, it shows that she still holds power over you, putting you in a weaker backup position. The trick is to keep things indirect. The best form of jealousy is almost invisible, wrapped in a layer of mystery. For instance, I once tried to make an ex jealous by posting pictures with friends on vacation, hoping she'd assume I was with other women. But it backfired. She could tell I was trying to provoke her, and instead of drawing her in, it left her feeling manipulated, which actually lowered my value in her eyes. So how do you create genuine curiosity without being obvious? Focus on subtlety and leave details open-ended. Let's say she happens to see a social media post where you're at a concert without any mention of who you're with. This alone sparks questions. Who is he with? Is he on a date? That touch of ambiguity fuels her curiosity and keeps her wondering. A friend of mine, Ken, did this perfectly. He went to a John Legend concert with a male friend whose girlfriend couldn't make it and shared a simple concert photo. No mention of who was there, but suddenly every woman he knew assumed he was on a date. That's the kind of subtlety that works. Intrigue without any outright hints. When talking to an ex or someone you're hoping to rekindle things with, you can drop casual details like, "I went skiing last weekend." Don't specify who joined you, and if she asks, keep it vague by saying, "Just a friend." This way, her imagination fills in the blanks, wondering if there's something more going on in your life. Another simple tactic is the classic appletini and beer setup. If you're out at a bar or restaurant, post a photo of a beer alongside an appletini with a caption like, "Cheers to a great night." The appletini subtly implies that you're with a woman, but without confirming anything, it leaves her wondering. By mastering this blend of subtlety and mystery, you keep her guessing, wondering what's really happening in your life, and thinking about you long after your interaction ends. Number 4, introduce competition. Another effective way to make a woman miss you is to introduce a sense of competition. This isn't about stirring up direct jealousy, but rather shifting the dynamic so she feels she's no longer your sole focus. When a woman feels she has complete control over your emotions, especially if she's recently pulled away or ended things, she instinctively senses that power and may lose attraction. But when she realizes she doesn't have as much influence as she assumed, that's when curiosity and attraction can begin to rebuild. One way to convey this shift is by fully immersing yourself in a new interest or activity. Imagine she reaches out, expecting to find you waiting by the phone, but instead you're out diving into something new like a sport, a creative project, or even exploring new places. By leading an active, fulfilled life without her, you create a subtle competition. She realizes she's no longer the center of your attention. Think about it from her perspective. She may assume you're at home on a Friday night, checking her social media and feeling down about the breakup. The reality is, many guys fall into this trap, which does little to re-spark her interest. But if she finds out that you're out enjoying life, maybe skiing with friends or taking up a fresh hobby, it positions her differently. She now has to compete for your time and attention. When you genuinely invest in new interests and start thriving on your own, she'll notice. Whether through a casual conversation or a glimpse at your social media, she'll see that you're doing well. This can prompt her to question her decision. Did I make a mistake by leaving him? And that's when she'll start to miss you. Now compare this with someone who's stuck in a rut, simply waiting for her to come back. When she sees you again, she'll pick up on the energy shift. She'll sense that spark when you talk about your new pursuits and realize she no longer holds the same sway. She might have thought you'd be her backup plan, but now she finds herself wanting to be part of your exciting, evolving world. By subtly flipping the script, living fully, and not offering the satisfaction of being on standby, you reposition yourself as the prize once again. Number 5, be different. The fifth strategy for making a woman miss you is to simply be different. One of the most powerful techniques I talk about in my videos involves shifting the dynamic she expects from you. When a woman feels she has the upper hand and knows how you'll react, she starts anticipating your predictable behaviors. These are what I call rules, patterns based on past interactions that reinforce a power dynamic in her favor. For example, if you're always quick to respond to her texts, always available when she calls, or constantly listening to her complaints, you're setting a pattern that gives her control. Over time, these predictable actions can make you seem less interesting and ultimately less attractive. So how do you break free from predictability? You mix things up and throw her off by changing those rules. For instance, you might start taking longer to respond to her messages or become less available when she wants to hang out. These small shifts in behavior subtly change the power dynamic and make her wonder if she still has the same influence over you. Another way to be different is by altering your appearance or demeanor. Imagine you never had a beard when you were together, but now you grow one. That slight change presents a different version of you, which immediately sparks curiosity. The same goes for your style. If she's used to seeing you in casual clothes, but then you show up looking sharp in a suit, it shifts her perception of you entirely. She'll start asking herself, what else has changed? These seemingly small changes have a big impact. They keep you from being predictable. And more importantly, they show her you're evolving. This keeps her curious about the new you and makes her miss what she no longer controls. Whether it's adjusting your appearance, breaking old habits, or picking up a new skill or hobby, being different keeps her on her toes and wondering what she's missing out on. So, there you have it, 5 ways to make any woman miss you. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remain masculine.